What's up, studio crew? We are live on set. I repeat, we are live on set. Also, hello, Adam. I see you there in chat with Beans. Alright, the focus for tonight's stream, aside from the usual resin stuff, is just going to be the Bar Conquest, or rather the Song of the Welkin Moon. Off stream, I already went through a little bit. Yeah, off stream, I already went through a bit of the main quest. Just going to be going through more of it. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I'm just gonna check something actually. The thing resets tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, collecting things just reset tomorrow. Alright. So Thanksgiving was nice, despite me having to go through some of the day with a headache. Oh, damn. Okay, Frankfurt. Well, my Thanksgiving was alright. I actually tried turkey for the first time. It was okay. In my opinion. But yeah, given that, of course, eating turkey is probably going to just be like an annual thing, with Thanksgiving and all that. I technically have all the time in the world to get used to it. I have all the time in the world to get used to turkey. But yeah, my Thanksgiving was all right. My mother made some lemon pie. Lemon pie, huh? Haven't heard of lemon pie before. Though honestly, I prefer pumpkin pie, but that's just me. I prefer pumpkin pie. Speaking of pumpkin pie, it's been a long time since I last had pumpkin pie. I think the only drawback was the fact that we didn't have the neighbors like we did annually. Damn, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, things went well. Now all I gotta do is just wait for Tails or somebody to show up. Oh, excuse me. They moved somewhere probably upstate. Damn. Oh, let's hope that your neighbors have a good Thanksgiving too, Frankfurt. Let's hope that your neighbors, or former neighbors, had a good Thanksgiving yesterday. But a friend of my aunt's showed up. Oh, that's cool. Okay. He's okay. Well, that's interesting. Hang on. Real quick, CEO, I'll be right back for a second. Just hang on. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, it took a little bit. And of course, with every good thing in life, there's always a bad thing afterwards. Black Friday. Okay. It's interesting. Which, speaking of tonight, yeah, it is Black Friday. There's 70% off discounts. Even though the 70% off discount was just the original price, just inflated to be 70% more, but only made to look like it's been discounted from 70% off. Just, yeah, oh. It's just something stupid. Damn, I'm really feeling like having ramen noodles or something. I'm really feeling like having some ramen noodles. Getting a little hankering for that. Oh, jeez. And given the background noises that's going on, I guess I'll technically, yeah. Where's Bottom Boy? I want to tell him stuff that. Adam, no. Adam, no. I don't think Audie's here. Yeah, no, Audie's not here yet. And it's probably going to be a while before Audie actually shows up. Oh, man. But I'm going to be a little bit. I'm going to start prepping the ramen. And yeah, once I hop off mute, I'll probably be back with a container that has ramen in it. That'll likely be cooking. So again, so your crew, I'll be right back. You guys just occupy yourselves for a bit, and Okay, sorry it took a little bit, but yeah, I have the ramen, and yeah, we're good. Yeah, sorry it took a while. All right, let's just get to the stuff here. My filter was taken away. I can and will say anything that and everything. Yes, that's a threat. Oh God.
But I also see the meaning in all the lives of the people of the world. I believe I will continue to take pride in fulfilling my duties.
There we go. Why am I going through this boss? It's because I'm getting boss match for Vanessa. It's a level 190.
Settle down.
And yes, my Novella team can just brute force this.
Silence.
There you go.
Alright.
Yep, that's more of these. We're good. But yeah, welcome back, Frankfurt. Although, right now, I don't have the Mora to freaking do any significant character upgrades and whatnot, so I'm going to be hitting up these ley line outcrops for Mora. Take out this little horsey.
Silence.
There you go. Another one over here.
We got ourselves a
Okay, right now I'll just be going along the coast. I'm sort of preparing for a stop-motion flick starring a bounty hunter with figments of his past. That, and I'm trying to forget CSX calling me an attention seeker. Huh. Didn't know that. Let's just take care of these guys.
into the wind.
There you go. Next one is just over this way. Just passing through, don't mind me. Okay. Oh. That was an accident. That was an accident. I killed a puffin on accident. Sorry. Here's another yellow. Also, brief side note, what do you think of the name Ulkta? I don't bloody know. It's your thing. I don't know.
Into the wind. Time to go.
Are you going for Varesa Cons in 6.2? I am personally, well, aside from pulling for Durin and Yehoda in the first phase, I am going to be going for Shalonen Cons. Well, a Shalonen Con in 6.2 for the sake of my Neverlet team. For what Shalonen's first C1 does, basically, it has her Nightfall Blessing state last longer, and the Nightfall point time limit also just, again, lasts longer. And it should also give Neverlet a little more interruption resistance. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Shalonen. Well, for what I plan to get for 6.2.
The wind's melting. Use the force off. Power your head.
Is that it for the resin? Yes, it should be. Okay. Let's just go down here. Nice. Also going for Durin. Very nice. Very nice. For a second, I saw the profile picture and I thought you were Tails. And I'm just like, wait a minute. But no, Tails' channel icon doesn't look like that. But yeah, my bad. But yeah, I'm getting yeah, aside from getting Durin and pulling and hopefully getting Yehoda while pulling for Durin, I plan to get the Shalonen C1. So what's on the agenda for this Archon quest? Well, another thing of the Song of the Welkin Moon. This one's Act 3. I went as far as this mission in the quest. I only went like that far. All right. How's gone? Okay, how's the more looking? 1.4 mil. It looks okay. 1.4 mil. More counts okay. Not the best, but it's okay. That's not done. But yeah. Overall, though, aside from covering the Archon quest, the main point here is just we chillin'. That's basically it. We chillin'. We chillin' and we having a good time. Cool. Also, word got out about Zootopia 2 and Big Shock. It stands up. Like, are you actually meaning to say that Zootopia 2 is actually going to be decent? Like, honestly, I think the first one was alright. But, yeah, that's like my stance on the first Zootopia movie. I think it's alright. I think it's a decent movie to get up behind. And, yeah, that's basically it. Do you think, Frankfurt, the second movie is going to be better than the first, or is it going to be like, is it also going to be just alright, like the first movie? Because in my opinion, that's what I think Zootopia 2 is going to be. I think it's going to be alright, not the best thing in the world, but everyone has their own tastes in movies and so on and so forth. No, it's great. At least that's what the word is. So people are actually saying that Zootopia 2 is good. I may have to consider checking that out at some eventual point. Once it actually gets out and it shows like on Disney Plus or something. Yes, I do technically have a Disney Plus. Well, my grandma does. We use my grandma's thing for Disney Plus, but yeah, I hardly use it. I hardly use Disney Plus. I never really find the time to watch Disney movies at this point anymore. As depressing as that sounds. But yes, if I were to be spending my time on Disney Plus, yes, I would be binge watching the Cars movies and all the Cars shorts and all that. Yeah, I'm a Cars guy, okay? So if there ends up being a Cars 4, I'm buying that fucking ticket immediately. Yeah, that's basically it. What shocks me is that the fact that it's not the current Disney slop we get nowadays. That's crazy. Well, I guess there will be like only one way for us to find out if Zootopia 2 is not a disappointment or not. And that'll be just to wait until the movie actually releases, either like A in theaters or B until it goes to like Disney Plus or something. But yeah. Although I will be honest about Inside Out 2. Yeah, I ended up seeing that movie by pirating site. But yeah, Zootopia. No, fuck, not Zootopia 2. Inside Out 2. That movie was actually pretty good. It actually deals with the struggles of puberty and whatnot. Riley, though, she was going through a whole bunch of anxiety stuff, but it makes enough sense, I guess. What do I say? what would I have to say about Inside Out 2? First movie of Inside Out, it was good. Inside Out 2, it's a pretty good continuation from the first. That's basically it.
I see the
But yeah, in my opinion, if there ends up being a Cars 4 and the tickets drop for it, I'm buying the fucker immediately. I'm buying the ticket immediately. Shut up and take my money. All right, here we go. Let's get into this Archon quest and not waste any of y'all's time. Let's go.
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Oh yeah, something funny. Real quick about Varka, the guy right here. He's blocked up by the stream timer, but yeah, Varka, this guy. Guess who he shares the same English voice actor as? Just have a guess, Frankfurt, in chat, since I'm pretty sure you're just the only other person here actually typing and stuff in chat. Guess who is Varka's English VA? Just guess. Just guess. And I'll give you a hint. His voice actor also played somebody blue. Well, Frankfurt, someone beat you to it. Yes, it is Thomas the Tank Engine. Kellen Goff? No, not Kellen Goff. How about Joseph May? Yes, the Joseph May that played Thomas in like the Brenner era to the Wubba era. That Joseph May. In other words, the same guy that played Thomas the Tank Engine also voiced Varka in this game. You can technically say that, yes, Thomas hit puberty.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? What about Nipper?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some time. As for Miss Nipper...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
By the way, this is Yehoda. This is the goofy goober that I hope to obtain while pulling for Durden. Oh my god, I was so shocked when I heard it. It was like, I was like, there's no way. Yeah, I was dead ass just like, wait, huh? Hold up. Michael Jackson? No. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to read. Let's be honest, what we got for the 100th anniversary was a disaster, aka Wish. I could literally see potential, and they literally decided to take the easy way, and in a sense destroyed it. Yeah. There's no stinking way. I refuse to believe Joseph May was in the same thing as an actress for Ladybug. Talking about Cat in the Water, or are you talking about someone else? Jesus Christ, yeah. Joseph May had hit puberty, so puberty had hit Thomas the Tank Engine like a truck, and then we now got Varka, this absolute giga Chad.
But first, who do we have here? You brought someone else in to help?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
Christina V was in this, and I saw her in an anime with Roger Craig Smith. Excuse me. Okay, damn, I need to look into who Christina V was in this again. I forgot. But, fucking a Genshin character had an interaction with Sonic the Hedgehog. That is funny. Damn, he's a great voice actor. Varka, I'm going to pull for after Durin. Yeah, honestly, at the start of the Nodcry stuff, when I heard that that Genshin was starting to cut the PS4 off of its device limitations, I was initially all pissy at Genshin for it. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to pull for any Nodcry characters purely out of spite. I say Nodcry characters, but of course, Varka, Alice, and Durin, they don't count, so I'm pulling for them. But any Nodcry characters, I decided at first I wasn't going to pull for any one of them purely out of spite. I know, got for free, so she doesn't count. But this goofball, this Wing Knight, this Knucklehead McSpazatron had changed my mind. Jesus. Owen Wilson's kids don't believe him that he's Lightning McQueen. Damn, that's crazy. I'm just as shocked as you are, and if you don't mind, I have things to do after hearing this. I assume, Frankfurt, you're going to be doing some research about Joseph May and having a listen to Varka's voice and in trying to process how the hell this is Thomas the Tank Engine. But, yeah.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Pt.72 Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a Tea Party buddy.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
Well, yeah, my ramen's ready. I'm going to start eating that while this goes on autoplay. So, don't mind me. I think I already am. Minus the research. Okay.
A Pt.72 Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense.
Oh, God.
Guess we can't just start trusting Pt.72 Harbingers, even at a time like this.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Pt.72, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Arlecchino was instrumental in helping us save the world, the whole of Fontaine. I'm confident we can trust her, sir.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Pt.72 really have been the source of many of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But ever since they arrived, the Pt.72 have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Pt.72. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. Guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Pt.72 Harbingers after all. One look and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
And looky that, there's literally a dude named Bill Butts in the IMDb, right? IMDb? Huh? Really? Bill Butts? Bro, imagine... Oh, God. Okay.
Well, since Mr. Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehuda, time to share that top secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, Pu saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis.
Okay, I did a bit of research again on the IMDb page, and I just found that Zachary Gordon was the name... is in this game. Yeah, he voices Tignuddy, Zachary Gordon, because he replaced the guy that dipped by the the guy that Zachary Gordon replaced. Let's just say that guy had a bit of a controversy per se. So eventually, bro got fired from the Genshin voice roles and got replaced with Zachary Gordon, aka, well, the current voice of Tignuddy. And yeah, the dude that also played Greg Heffley in the live-action Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. Yeah, Frankfurt, you are right. You're right.
What's the
Lindis, though? Just after Rerir regained his body, he called out that name.
Rotting daughter! Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancée of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistorium, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Tholindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me, though, Were these pure-blood Conorians we're talking about here?
Alongside Brian Hull, Erica Linebeck? Brian Hull's in this game? I'm going to doubt it. I'm going to doubt it. I'm going to doubt that Brian Hull is in this game. I'm going to doubt it. Anyway, Erica Linebeck, Yuri Lowenthal, and you're right about Joseph May. I'm starting to consider bleaching my eyeballs after this. Bro, why? And even then, I don't think I'll ever unsee it.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Conorian...
The curse of immortality. She might still be alive.
Oh, yeah. Just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Revere might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible, but it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that. That merchant who never knows, Dory Sangamo Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
All right, then. Let's keep working in our separate teams.
Oh, and Zeno Robinson, the voice of Remy in Big City Greens. Haven't heard of that name.
Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As
Yes, sir.
others,
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in the search for Kutar. At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with. Given that the wild hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's. I'll hold the fort for now, then discuss our next move with Flint's, Ino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right, then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. Now, I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
Yes, sir. There's Flint's. I know an Anefa.
Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
Also for Christina V played, it was Bennett and Singcho. Okay, yep, okay. Thanks for jogging my memory. Thanks for jogging my memory. For playing Bennett and Singcho. Thank you. And apparently Cedric Williams, who played Ghostface. Okay.
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on your end?
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right. Inepa, could you fill in Uncle Barker on what we just discussed with Flint's?
Sure. Uncle Barca, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the wild hunt in Amspartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flint's intel, several outbreaks of the wild hunt had already occurred in Notcry in the periods leading up to that.
Ghost Force. Sorry, I read that wrong. Ghost Force, not Ghost Face. I am sorry.
That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least, he still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
Flint's, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Notcry are rallying to fight back against the wild hunt. They're gonna need your help. I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. And F and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Marco would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? It's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Anefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy. And besides, you still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Maria.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Good thing I got Neuvillette here. Oh, and Spider-Man. Let me actually, Oh, I'm in a special quest thing. Let me just go to, okay, yeah, there's Bennett. Yeah, Christina V. Yep. Just checked it. Yeah. That's for Yuri Lowenthal, Ben 10, Omniverse, Alien Force, and Ultimate Alien, and Spider-Man. Alright, Neuvillette.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. You brought us all this way. Would you mind telling us what you got planned? We still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Palavina doesn't know where the iridescent moon arrow is, how do you?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon, and one of the last surviving embers of the world's flames.
Are you serious? Isn't you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about? The one from ancient Conria?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along. When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins and smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
Your hands.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this too. At first I saw it only as a curse, but once I became a harbinger, the jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the abyss. You all understand the nature of the abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
And apparently Jimmy Neutron was in this game, aka Debbie Derryberry? Hold the fuck up.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look into that again at some point
I'm
too.
always careful not to push my power too far.
At least there's one
It's
funny that I
essentially
can't
a
remember.
never-ending tug of war.
But until they hear Bill Butt exists. By the way.
Oof, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
worship was actually the iridescent moon, right? Which was one of the three moon sisters. Does that mean that the Karians were to the crimson moon as the frost moon scions are to the frost moon?
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody, correct?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are, so with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
Jesus Christ, an Arlecchino be buffed to hell and back. Jesus.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a harbinger, the jester gave me a book called Parenheri, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era, but setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details. In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
My apologies. You got
What kind of induction ceremony?
No. Okay. That's all.
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew." The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual. But there's no fireplace here. Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. I'll go find some bricks.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, People believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way.
Understood.
Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would. I may need it.
Here, of course. Here.
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Okay, I checked the cast list for Honkai Star Rail, and I'm shocked that DC Douglas and Frank Todaro were in the game, but at least Ian James, Carlitz, or Gary Chalk weren't in this or that game.
Mistress of the 7 hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad
Shit.
of the 2 realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
One word of advice as you're crossing over. No matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
All right. Go. Thank you, Arlecchino. Oh, shit. Here we go. Ooh. I could only imagine like somebody in the far distance. They're just like sightseeing or whatever. They're just seeing this in the far distance, and they're just like, "What the hell is this? What's going on here? What is that red thing above the water? What the hell?" Oh, it'd be so funny just to imagine that. They're just like, "What the hell? What in the hell is this?" Just don't answer the voices. Oh, this is trippy. This is actually trippy. Okay. Oh God. I look back for 1 second.
The sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place. What now?
Then again, you know what they say. I don't know. I haven't heard of those names, so I wouldn't know.
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for?
Looks like there's only one way through here. Let's keep going and see what happens. See what's ahead.
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Look, Emma's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run up without her.
way, Alvina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty cold, Paimon. How is that possible?
I think my Neuvillette team should be fine. Alright, chat. Here we go. Oh. No wonder.
Settle down.
There you go. That. Okay. Yo.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
Jesus Christ, Eggman. Did you piss on the moon? Jesus. It's in pieces for how hard he pissed on it. Damn. As you can tell, the moon is in pieces for how hard Eggman pissed on it. That's crazy. By the looks of it, there are some enemies here. No problem. Looks like one way or another we're gonna have to walk right through them. There we go. There you go. He must have drank hot sauce by accident. Yeah, no wonder. Because the moon is in many pieces for how hard he pissed on it. Oh. Okay. Good thing I bothered to look before I just walked off like an idiot. Jesus. Alright. Got this big dude here. He's out. Get the contents from this chest. At least it wasn't the Ghost Rider. I mean, I guess. But, bro, that is nuts. That is nuts. The moon is in pieces for how hard Eggman's pissed on it. Jesus, bro.
Huh?
So the iridescent moon's marrow is up there in the sky.
Huh? For real? That's way too high! There's no way we'll be able to reach it!
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
Okay. Gotta activate this nearby device. Check out the hilly trails first, though, before doing anything.
Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people went in here to study the Crimson Moon's name, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
All right. Looks like there's gotta be 2 more left. Yeah, there's gotta be 2 more left aside from this one.
Look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different. Do you think these mechanisms might be the
key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Felindus, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night. Ugh. Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Olympus? Is that Riri's girlfriend?
Didn't
We're hearing her voice here.
Didn't Nefer previously mention that she was a researcher at the Università Magistorium?
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this place extremely unstable. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like echoes. Or after images. Whenever I see this view, it takes me back to a poem from my childhood. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mountain crest. Mourning still in wistful tone, her fragile soul now laid to rest. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the mysteries of the Crimson Moon space. Is it a coincidence or something more?
All right. Let's keep going. Deal with these guys. And of course, put them out of their misery. There you go.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Let's hope so. There's a chest over this way. There you go. Down. Nab this while I'm here. Okay. There's another device here. I'm going to push the button. Alright. You have 5 seconds to do something. My finger's right on top of the button, Eggman. What are you going to do to stop me? With your long toothpick legs? Cut a corner here. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go, and it's just right there.
I see. So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking. If it really does exist, then maybe this madness can finally be put to an end.
Can only wonder what the thing was that Felindus was talking about. Anyways, pink grass. Ah, man. All right. I'll shut up. Just, sir, get out of the rock. Get out of the rocks. There you go. Oh, God. Push. Okay. Out behind it. And then I activate this. There we go. That's all 3 of them out. And that should be it. Okay. Out of boredom, but tell me if this sounds familiar. Educational television? Oh no. I don't know.
Access the chamber with the moon light. Oh, Ririer, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire.
But you're not the root of the problem. Ever since that outsider set foot in Conria, the Vinster King has sunken deeper into madness. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
What outsider? They talking about Lumine? They're probably talking about Lumine. No, not SpongeBob! Not SpongeBob! Oh, I know, that from the educational television thing, that's probably from SpongeBob. But I thought you said SpongeBob because, like, the outsider. I'm just like, no, SpongeBob's not the outsider. I know that for a damn fact. Oh, God.
Olympus's voice mentioned a chamber with the moon marrow. Do you think maybe it's hidden in the moon's reflection?
It must be. For within it, I sense the fragile aura of a dying soul.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go!
Alright. Let's just have a little swim in the this gross water. You know what? Forget swimming. I'm just gonna walk on the water and be Jesus for a second. I got it. Oh, okay. We're in here now. Let's just sever this.
Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon marrow.
Okay. It only took 3 Neuvillette melees to actually break the thing. That's funny. Your funeral? Damn. Crazy. Like I said, I think my Neuvillette team should be okay. Yeah, I think my Neuvillette team should be okay with this here. I think.
The iridescent moon marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it.
Yep. And there's Abyssal Hounds in here too. That's great. Time for these little fuckers to die.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, that's one. Now with Shalonen, I could apparently not scale this wall. Damn. It would have been nice if Shalonen were able to scale that wall, but nope. Just gotta go around like a normal person. Anyway, let's just take care of these things.
Settle down.
There you go. That's 2. Now for just 1 more to go. Right over here, this big beach. There you go. So what if there was a Genshin Impact movie? Would it cast reprise the roles, or would it be a live action movie? I have a feeling it would be animated, something like a Spider-Verse or an anime flick like My Hero or other like anime films. That's what I think it would probably be like. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Mihoyo wouldn't want a live action Genshin movie. That would be stupid.
The iridescent moon's marrow, still burning away like an undying flame, yet now contaminated by the abyss. It has taken on a new form entirely. If we can purify the abyssal power within, we should be able to obtain its untainted essence.
Leave it to me. red in color.
Cold.
Huh?
Is it you? Are you here? Huh? Are you talking to us?
Paimon, what did Arlecchino say?
I can see you once more. Our fates have crossed, and I am finally free. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was to come, I still couldn't let go of the fear in my heart. As death drew near, the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces by 1,000 blunt blades. My thoughts scattered as the cold crept in, but I could not bear to fade away like that. Tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? If only I had possessed your courage, then I might have been spared this torment more painful than death. You look so puzzled. That's how I felt too when I first saw you. But trust me when I say that everything happens for a reason. Farewell, Piper. What was that all about? Was that the goddess of the iridescent moon? Oh.
And guessing because of the recent live-action flops and disasters, I think it could be reasonable and more respectful. Yep.
It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend. But none of us have ever met her before, right? Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon she once knew. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be too similar to tell apart. But anyway, you got the iridescent moon's marrow now. That should help you regain your strength, right? Alright, time to leave this place and meet back up with Arlecchino. Let's go! That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in. Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel.
Oh, shit. Oh, God! Oh, God. Shit.
It wants to trap us here. Who's it? The abyss? Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that is a dark well. It will show us no mercy.
Hey, no. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Ah, shit.
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Oh, shit.
What are you waiting for?
Holy damn. Okay. Well, we got to thank Arlecchino at some point now. Hey, look, we approached the obligatory shit got real moment. Yep.
Oh, we made it!
Still getting that Cocomel movie, though. Oh, no.
Is it you, Arlecchino? Did you save us? Wait, your hands! They're...
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry.
Is there anything I could do to return? I can purify the abyssal power, then maybe...
No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone. My hands have already fused with the abyss. Purification would simply destroy whatever's left of them.
But surely... Oh, we're so sorry, Arlecchino. I can't believe you'd make a sacrifice like this for us.
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is I was simply holding up my end of the deal. Well, Columbina.
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Columbina, give me your hand. Accept this moonlight I offer in return. Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina, are you okay? I'm fine. Our powers are a little at odds, that's all.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still, I think it's fair to say that your strength has returned, at least to the level it was at as Third Harbinger.
It's still not enough. There's no way I can hope to challenge Rayrier like this. Just one more ray of moonlight, if you would.
Please, Columbina, don't push yourself too hard.
It's okay. I can take it.
Okay. Here.
How about now? Fighting fit?
At the very least, I won't have to stay hidden like before. I want to see him gone from Nodcry. The Ray here of Sonari and his wild hunt must be sent back where they belong.
Well, it's good to have something to aim for. You certainly seem more alive now than you did earlier. When I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of fog drifting in from who knows where, ready to scatter at the first sign of a breeze. But now, you're full of vitality, just like the Frost Moon, once the brightest of them all. May you keep shining, Columbina. This is who you are.
Thank you. Look after yourself too, Arlecchino. I know you have plans of your own, and that's why you're always seeking to grow stronger. But whatever you're after, don't let the abyss take a hold of you. I do not wish to see you go down the same path as Rayrier.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina. Although perhaps it's time you took a new name.
A new name?
Do the cops exist in this world, or any law enforcement? Well, yes. Yes, as far as the other nations go, they have their own source of authority, being the Archons and, of course, the respective governments in these 7 nations. But in Nodcry, it's technically a lawless land. Not that much of a government, per se, in Nodcry. So, in Nodcry, no, there's technically no police force or law enforcement. Though in the other nations, like Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine, Natlan, and Snezhnaya, yes, in those other nations, they have their own governments, and they each have their Archons. So yes, there are laws and stuff in their perspective, in these respective nations, in those other nations, but here in Nodcry, no, it's a lawless land.
Plutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina, they're nothing more than code names. They describe who she is and the roles she's played, but they're not her real name. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. Up till now, you've been living a wandering life, so you've probably never really cared.
Wow, how's the rest of the land have burned to the ground? Well, even though Nordkrai is a lawless land, they do have their own set of rules.
All I'll say is this. Once you've defeated Rerir, give it some thought. All right, that's it from me. I'll get you back safely first, then go meet up with Sandrone.
You're the best!
Let us know the next time we need a hand. We'll be sure to return the favor.
I appreciate the gesture. It speaks to your good character. Anyway, let's get going. There are more urgent things to do right now than trade compliments.
Yes, Father.
It was a close call, but we got the area signal zero and restored Columbina's strength, and that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.
Oh yeah, gotta get this real quick. I have Farina, and I am able to just Jesus across the water for a bit. There you go. That's obtained. Get the single from this. I still don't follow, and I'm afraid to find out. That is understandable. That is definitely understandable. Frankly, I wouldn't blame you in the slightest. But I'm sure the rules of Nordkrai are generally the similar principles that run through common sense. As long as you treat people fairly, like how you would like to be treated, and so on and so forth, all the good things, then yeah, it should be fine. But if things were to happen, well, that's just unfortunate. Can't report to a police force or law enforcement or anything in Nordkrai unless you have connections. But even then, just low key screwed.
Hey, look! They made it back as well! Prince! Rama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
And I feel like if I wander even further, I feel like I should move towns and change my name to Leland. Damn.
I ran into Miss Nefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flintz.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do and came away with more than I bargained for.
More than you bargained for?
Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors. We meet again.
Albedo! Oh shit, Albedo! Hey! It's been a while! Holy shit! Hey, Albedo! Koi Dao.
Albedo! What are you doing here?
It's been too long. I'm guessing you're here to see Varka?
That would be a natural assumption to make. It's also the correct one.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me they were Sir Varka's colleagues, it all made sense.
If you're wondering who Albedo's voice actor Koi Dao is, yeah, they're a voice actor, and they also stream. And yeah, basically Koi Dao, the voice of Albedo, he's the guy behind one of the more infamous Genshin memes, "Welcome to hell, bitch." And yeah, it's great. Again, I'm totally stumped. But yeah, that's all I could tell.
And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
It's him! He's dirty! Holy shit!
A gentleman of few words, I see, and a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him. Is that not the case?
Wait, hold on. Those horns. You must be...
It's nice to meet you again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Really? Amelie was in Honkai Star Rails, so big whoop, I guess. Damn.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that words don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now! Paimon can get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
I actually think a diminutive is warranted here. Little Paimon is pretty tiny, after all.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her Little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You're absolutely right, Miss Lama. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you? How come she isn't back yet?
One honeymoon later. And I won't say who is having this honeymoon. Oh god. Oh god, I don't want to know. I don't think I want to know.
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or a 10 on the way back.
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Seems like she's in much better spirits after meeting her old colleagues.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go grab some chairs.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip them up momentarily.
Well, yeah, like literally, like Albedo just said, he's an alchemist. He does alchemy, and you could just summon stuff, I guess.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Zendrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
We really appreciate your help.
Thank you for standing by us.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping. It's probably a good thing one of us left. Otherwise, we might not fit all these people in.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am. Come on in and see for yourself.
All right, sir. Date slip. Ain't no way. Oh yeah, Frankfurt, you mentioned Spider-Man, right? Dainsliff. His English VA also voiced Spider-Man in one of the Spider-Man games. So yeah, we got Spider-Man and Thomas the Tank Engine in the same room. Oh, that's stupid.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else managed to rope in a colleague too?
Sorry, sir. He's probably just here for us.
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deanslip, colleague of Tibet's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
And now I've seen everything again. Yeah. Dainsliff has the same English VA as Spider-Man from one of the Spider-Man video games. So yes, technically you're getting a Thomas the Tank Engine and Spider-Man crossover thanks to this game.
Note to self, once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. I'm guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Wait till you see Brian Hull's character. Then it'll probably be a semi-Hotel Transylvania crossover. Jesus Christ.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. I'm gonna get you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
Yeah, I'm one of the few. But look at you, Paimon, expert in the art of encouragement. He got teary eyes. Aether got teary eyes. That's funny.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
Oh, no.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her so long?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter. Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
He's apparently in a movie with Justine, but nothing on the IMDb page. Okay.
All right, then.
Bro, this really is the Avengers Endgame over here.
You fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Laumo will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks. And feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
Yes, sir. All right. We got a few to talk to here.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker?
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not, I'd be glad to help.
That sounds like a lovely idea. You know how to paint, then?
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people, dragons, you name it. He'll paint it for you.
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance, I'd like to give it a try myself.
Oh.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, how about you, Durin? What sort of portrait would you prefer?
Oh, I'd be fine with anything. Whatever style feels best to you.
Very well. Then I'll play it by ear.
You can replicate any style I want.
I can try. If you show me a sample, I'll do my best to match it.
Thank you. In that case, I'll dig up some reference material for you.
That's nice. That is very nice. I like that. I have a feeling that Albedo and Columbina, they get along just nicely. I have a feeling they... Oh God, get up there. Thank you. I have a feeling they get along pretty nicely. All right, let's have a talk with Daneslith.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah. For starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there.
Sorted out your accommodation yet?
Oh yeah, you'll need to find somewhere to stay tonight too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure, let's do that.
Great! Paimon will handle it.
All right.
And in return, we choose what to be our very own personal bodyguard.
Don't mind her, Spider-Man. Paimon's just thinking out loud again.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. I was only kidding, but good to know. Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do, right?
Indeed. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Spider-Man. All right. Now to talk it up with Thomas the Tank Engine. All right. But first off, just want to have something of note here. Do you see the height difference between the average, like, tall male character in Genshin? Like Neuvillette or Flins or Ito or D-Luke, those other characters. There's them. And then there's Varka, who's even taller than them. And then there's Farina, who is just barely gets above his waist. Holy. If someone wants, they could just... Okay, that don't really help. Okay, that ain't really helping that much. Get up. Oh, man, though. Like, this is funny. Like, if somebody wants to, they could take a screenshot of this and, like, make this a meme template or something. Jesus Christ.
Isn't there anything else you want?
Topic change, please. You know Brian Hull, based on your reaction to his name? Yeah, I saw his YouTube videos before, and it was a long time back. I used to watch some of his videos where he does impressions of characters singing some songs, and it was interesting to say the least. But I haven't watched them in a long ass time because, well, I think I just grew out of it, I guess. But yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, let's just get to it.
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with so many people. You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together for a serious discussion. I don't doubt that. I've only ever met two Radniki, one being you, and the other being that young guy, Itlua.
Itlua is a good apple. I'll give him that. He's kind, honest, and regularly delivers supplies to my lighthouse.
Is Bottom Boy here yet? No, Audie's not here yet.
In that sense, he puts me to shame.
So you're what? A fake Ratnik? That's what it sounds like you're saying. But I get the feeling that's not quite what you meant. Come on, why the awkward silence?
Sorry. You're gonna bother trying to hide it? You've known all along, haven't you, my friend? Now that was an awkward silence.
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Itlua doesn't know, huh?
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you share with youngsters, after all.
Anyone else in the know? Let me guess. The Traveler and Paimon?
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own good, you know.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I swear your secret's safe with me.
Understandable. I grew out of Homestar Runner, an old web series by the brothers. Chaps, who, fun fact, were kind of part of the production team for Yo Gabba Gabba! Jesus! Brother, what kind of things don't you know? You're like a damn encyclopedia, Frankfurt. Jesus! And I'm saying that as technically a good thing, okay?
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
The fake dogmas that you're a jerk at the Brother, no! Put those away.
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, all right?
Fair enough, then. Nothing like a bit of mutual leverage to seal the bonds of friendship.
Brother, put that paperwork away! Adam, put that paperwork away! Oh, look, they're back. Well, there's Nefer, but where's Yehoda? Where's the goofball? The wing knight? The knucklehead McSpazatron? Where is Yehoda?
But what about Yehoda?
That's what I'm saying, Thomas. That's what I'm saying.
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the Curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the background.
Okay, that's funny.
Anyway.
The frog's just there like, the fuck did I do? I mean, ribbit.
Let me start by saying that it's
You're too late. She already moved.
Before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators.
Damn it, Adam.
But first up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some great progress. Over here, we have Mr. Flitz, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the wild hunt to buy time for the rest of us. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who has come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
Because I screw up marriages, bruh. Me and Jiro aren't even engaged. What do you mean?
Wow, that's a lot of people. Great turnout.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way. So, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
Oh, shit. We got Spider-Man.
And you are?
Spider-Man! I just said it! He's Spider-Man!
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the wrecker of Solmari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm going to take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
And Audie's next. Well, I guess it's fortunate that Audie's not here, so I guess.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif, and yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Raker of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends. What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the 5 sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the 5 sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before, but the truth was exactly as people say. The 5 sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rheindotter, who desired to create life. The foul, Surtologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon.
Oh, gee, I thought she was talking to the head of the New England Patriots. Damn.
Of the 5, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events at that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons.
Damn.
When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the abyss's power.
POV, JFC plays Zenless Zone 0 and gets caught by... Dude. Bruh. Okay.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this, Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man. Working for the Conrian Intelligence Service.
Break on your marriage downfall. Adam, you're an asshole, bro. Jesus.
Uncovering the truth of Rarier's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Must be all that good karma I've been building. Who knew having a Conrian friend would come in this handy?
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, you're not with the wisecracks. Isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Alright, hang on. I'll be right back real quick. Oh, Jesus! 5 minutes till 2 hours? Jesus. Yeah, real quick. I'll be right back, though. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. And, yeah, that was quick. Alright.
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Oh my god, he speaks! You recount meeting the Knave and how the iridescent moon's marrow was retrieved from the Crimson Moon's space. You make it clear that the Knave chose to help you of her own accord, then conclude by reporting how the hearts of the three moons are finally in your hands.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet.
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process.
I think my charging cable is acting up. It refuses to charge. Don't you have any extras? Don't you have any extras to replace it with?
From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away.
You are what you
And
call.
that is because Development never accepted me,
Shut up.
even with the moons united as one. It seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Ray here of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of history.
Jesus, dude.
It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
She seems a lot more energetic and positive than she did when we first met.
Defeating the Ray here of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
And pardon the background noise, that would be my youngest nephew. Don't mind him. Probably hungry or did some business in his diaper or whatever.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
JFC, in my defense, Momo is a pleasing woman. Well, to me, so is Jiro.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me.
Right?
That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
That shit's funny. But yeah, that's 2 hours, chat. So yeah, that should be it for tonight's stream. It's been rather entertaining. So yeah, for those that showed up in tonight's stream, thank you all for showing up. And for those that are watching this as a video, did he really just say ladies, ladies? Yes, he basically just did. But yeah. Yeah, we'll leave it there. So yeah, for those that showed up in tonight's stream, which nobody showed up in the stream, but y'all showed up in the chat. So yeah, thank y'all for showing. Damn it, Adam. Thank y'all for showing up. And for those that are watching this as a video, thank y'all for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to see more. I'm JFC Studios, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You're dismissed, studio crew. Peace. I'll see you at Christmas time. December 1st, of course.